Hello, fellow Rosarians. Thank you for joining me today. This is my mom, and she asked me to help her with pruning recently. And so I went around and did what I do, and I pruned some things. And I found out afterwards that we might have different techniques for pruning roses. So this is a video of Mama Knows Best, and I want to see what my mother thinks is important for pruning to share with you. Mom, tell them how long you've been gardening.
I've been gardening for probably 50 years.
Have you always had roses?
I've always had roses.
Okay.
Not as many as you,
Right.
but I've had roses.
So I'm going to zoom in here, but if you can see behind me, I know it might be kind of hard here, but what's the name of this rose? Do you know?
Oh, this one? Oh, this is my favorite. This one is Summer Fashion.
Summer Fashion is my mom's favorite, and then guess what my favorite is over here? This monster is Bliss Parfuma. Okay, so I'm going to stand here. Tell us what you're doing. What's important to you when you start pruning a rose?
Okay, so first of all, things have gotten warm sooner, but here in Maryland, we don't start pruning roses until the
Forsythia?
The forsythia are blooming.
Uh-huh.
I saw one blossom today, so I think we're okay.
Okay, there you go. Forsythia's blooming. She's in zone 7B. I'm in 8A.
I would normally go around and cut off everything that did not survive winter damage, like here and down here. But I'm going to be making more major pruning on it. And just cutting the tip off probably isn't necessary because I'm going to cut it off way down deeper.
Right, because right now this is, 3.5, 4 feet tall.
Yeah, the whole thing's got to come down.
Okay.
And the whole inside center has got to be opened up.
Okay.
So that's what I would be doing here. And for, anything that's crossings coming out, this is one of the original main canes, so it's going to stay there. So what I'm going to do is just start taking some things off, and then sometimes later I go back and do farther. And I'm cutting everything so that the topmost bud is facing out from the center of the plant. And anything that's smaller than my finger is just coming off. And this one had some damage, so it's coming off down farther. This doesn't look particularly good to me.
Let me get closer on that.
And so I'm going to take this one off anyway here so that that little bud can be shooting out that way. This one has got to come off because it's crossing with another one. My pruners aren't that sharp.
Do you have a favorite pair of pruners, or you just go with whatever you can find?
I go with whatever I can find that year.
Okay.
These I found in the garage. They're not the best, but they'll do for today. See, like this guy here, he's coming up in the center and he just can't be there. Here, this guy is crossing over, so he's got to come off.
Okay, if my Rose Geeks were looking at this, they would say that you might need to mulch a little bit more around the bottom of your roses so that nutrients are not stolen from the rose.
Okay.
For the grass.
Well, I do weed it. Good.
Yeah, it is the beginning of the season.
Right. All right. So this one guy is going to be crossing over everybody, so he's coming off too. I got another one that's doing something. But I prune actually throughout the season.
You do. And so is that after each flush?
That's when the plant gets too big and I don't like the looks of it anymore.
Okay. Okay, so I see you're opening up the center on it.
Yep. This is going to come out.
And you took that one because it was too small, or it was crossing?
It was crossing.
Okay.
I just don't really want anything in the center. Ooh, what's down here? This is something that's dead. Oh yeah, that's very dead.
Let's look at it from above. It looks pretty open in the center.
It does, but I'm gonna take this. My things aren't very sharp, are they?
I've got the Kebtex.
That's probably what I needed.
Well, now that really opened it up.
Didn't it?
So now we can see that there's cane here, but it's really nice and open in the center.
Little borers
Yeah.
got in. So I kind of have to cut on that and see. But I'm going to wait till I get some of this height off.
Okay. What height overall do you think you're going for?
I'm going for, at this stage, 24 inches,
Okay.
which is usually knee height.
Do you care what angle you are using the pruners at?
45 degrees.
45-degree angles, people.
Yeah, and it really should be 45 degrees this way. But that was not good for my wrist. But with the node behind it, you want the cut to be not going down into that area.
Okay.
Okay, so this guy's too small.
Okay.
Smaller than my finger. Here's a nice outward one. What I tried to go for, what I learned 50 years ago, was that there should be more than 5 canes coming up.
I think it looks pretty darn good, except for that one cane bore in the middle.
Yeah, I've got to do something about that. Let's look. I mean, I can see that goes down pretty darn far. It didn't go there, so let's look here.
Oh, wow.
That's not good. All right, let's go down here.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
So,
Yeah, I need my loppers now. I got to take it down farther.
how about that, Ma?
Yeah, let's try that.
Nope, you can see the bore there.
Yeah. Oops. Got it. No, gosh. That was a bad one. Nope.
So this one may be down to the cane, and all you can do
Just cut it down here.
is this whole thing.
Yep. Yep.
So while we take it down further, you guys, we're just gonna do this so that we can get down here, and so you can see cane bore got in here also. So we're taking this down. And it got here. So this one is what it is. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, but this one, it might go down.
And the
So
whole thing's gonna die. So that's
there we go. So now we're down to 3 canes.
yay, that's what the book says.
Which is fine, because when you think about the bare roots that you get when you first receive them from the vendor, they are 3 canes the size of a pencil, are a bare root, a grade 1 rose. So I think that will be okay, but we're going to go ahead and seal that with the Bonide Pruning seal. I like your little brush.
You like that?
I do.
I like it better than the one that comes in the can.
Because it makes a mess.
Yeah. Makes a big mess, actually. All right, all these ones that I cut, since we have such a problem.
Yeah,
Here.
you know, do you ever remember having cane borers when you were early gardening?
Nope.
So this is something that
This is new.
feels relatively new, and I think I've heard that from a lot of people, that they don't remember them in previous seasons. So I don't know why that is. And now, after you do this, what's next? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
Go to the next rows.
All right.
Okay, that's it.
All right, so that was my mom's version. So now we're going
This
to...
looks pretty awful right now, I'm gonna say.
But you know what? I'm a rose geek, and in the event that you need another one, I know where to find them. But you know what? We are going to check back on these in a couple of months, and let's see how it looks. I really think it's going to be fine.
I'm sure it is.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go over here and take a look at this one next. Okay, so first thing I want to do really quick is I'm going to take it down to my knee height, and I'm not looking at inward or outward. I just want, let me grab this real quick. I just want to take it down quick because, you guys, I've got 1,000 roses, and I have to be able to get through them pretty quick so that it doesn't take me a year. So before I look at anything else, I'm gonna, for a better term, hack through it really quick. I love Bliss. You know I talk about it all the time. Mom, what do you think about Bliss? You don't like the blooms as full as I do.
That's true. That's true.
You like a hybrid tea, but do you like Bliss?
I do like it.
Because it's a prolific bloomer.
Yes, yes.
And I remember growing up, and you were in the garden all the time, and I would come out and I would say, oh, I can't believe that you enjoy being in the garden. And you said, you will one day. And now look at me. Now that I've taken it down, ignore Miller over there. Let's get your supports out of the way. Now that I've taken it down, if you'll get a little bit closer, Mom, I want to show them. I'm now going to take out the dead, so anything that is brown. Again, I'm still not really focusing on inward outward. Now that I've done that, let's take off everything that is small, like the size of a pencil. Okay, and then anything I can target that is coming into the center of the shrub, just like you did. You can see a dead one back here. So remember we just did my mom's, how a huge portion of the shrub had to come out because of the cane borer. So let's just look really quick and see, is there anything that's going to have to come out because of a cane borer? This looks like it might have had some damage, so we'll go ahead and take that one down. And I do see it's got, you know, a borer that went down. So this might be too thick, but let's see. There we go. So we ended up taking this entire thing off because of the cane borer. Let's also look where else could things be crossing. This one is going to cross, but I am opening up the center, but I have a slightly different feeling about it than my mom. My mom is concerned about only keeping it at 5 canes max, whereas I kind of would want to look at the overall shape. And so I'm gonna be looking to see, like this one down here, that rounded shape, this one is going to go here. And now I can kind of start looking at that inward outward bud, but you can see that I'm also not concerned about the angle of my cut, because I've shared with you before that I think that your natural hand position is going to get it at a little bit of an angle. It's really hard to make a perfectly straight cut, but if you want to, you know, get in there with the angles, that's okay too. And I think it's getting really close now to being okay. We do want to defoliate since there are some, you know, green leaves here, so that we're not overwintering any bugs on these leaves. And I think that looks good. So Mom, looking at this, is there anything that brings you misery?
Yes.
The whole center. So my mother wanted me to take off this one in the center, but let's watch what happens here. I'd like to leave this so we've got some extra height. I think it's going to push out new canes and growth from here. And I'll go ahead and seal these really quick. So anything that's larger than a pencil, let's go ahead and get this tar on here, and that's going to protect any new cane borers from getting in here. And so then after we do that, we come with our dormant oil. So I'm using horticultural oil, and bugs can overwinter in the leaves, and you want to get them before they wake up, and the larvae. So this will not be beneficial bugs. This will be bugs that make your life a little bit more difficult. So you can see I'm pulling away the leaves. I'm going to spray the soil. Spray the soil because they're in the top ½ inch, quarter of an inch or so, and they've overwintered there. And then you're going to spray down the canes until they're dripping. And I use horticultural oil after each flush when I cut it down. So there you go, rosebuds. I hope you enjoyed spending time with my mom and I. And let's revisit this now as soon as these start to flush out and see how they look.